Good morning. Welcome to Stream Live Tampa. This is Jim Delaney. As we are here at Carrollwood Day School in north side of Tampa, Florida, for today's Game Time Prospect Showcase Camp that has over 100 local high school baseball players from not only the local Tampa Bay area, but as far north as Citrus County down to as far south as Sarasota County and all counties in between. We'd like to thank the owner of Game Time Prospects, David Sansom, for having us out here. I know we've partnered a couple times here in the past year in different ventures and stuff. This is his second annual, I believe, fall showcase camp. There's roughly about 30 college coaches here in attendance live, evaluating all of these players for upcoming classes, whether it's the class of 21, 22, I think there's even a few 23s, meaning seniors, sophomores, and juniors. They will go through different skill set assessments, infield, outfield. Pitchers, catchers will have their own separate, and of course there'll be some batting practice as part of it right now. In addition to the coaches here, we'd like to thank the over 100 college coaches from around the country, different parts of the country, all division levels, that are watching our live stream via Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Everything is live on those social media platforms. And being it the year 2020, and it's been, I guess, a little bit of an odd year, so to speak, for everybody, obviously. There are a lot of college coaches at Division I, Division II levels that, per NCAA rules, can't attend events in person. So the live stream capabilities, and there's different ones around the country at different travel tournaments over the summer, even some this fall in different camps, that coaches are going to have to take advantage of. So we really appreciate those that are watching on Stream Live Tampa's format, and this will be the first time they can see it through our medium. Throughout the day, we will talk about some of the players. We've got a list of all the players that are here. There are high schools. Some we know better than others, but we'll try to touch base on just about every one, at least the names, so that the college coaches that are watching from around the country can take some type of notes, because it's just not easy not being here live, obviously, having it feel and seeing it up close and personal. Some of the people that are here, there are different baseball analytics services that are here. There's gentleman Mike Maris from Diamond Prospect Media that we've been in touch with over the past week or two. Got a chance to talk with him briefly before the kids started warming up, as they were doing their 60 times earlier. Those 60 times will be broadcast tomorrow. Any questions that you have on players, college coaches, you can contact David Sansom with Game Time Prospects at gmail.com or GameTimeRecruiting at gmail.com. So right now it's the outfield portion of today's camp. Simple ball sitting right field, throwing it into third and throwing it into home. Here in the outfield portion, I know we're getting some graphics. This player right here is sophomore class of 2023, Justin Mays Jr. from Calvary Christian Academy in Clearwater. Again, this outfield portion, we're not going to comment on every throw. They're taking grounders, throwing them third, throwing them home. Standard procedure in camps like this. For the roster that we have and all the coaches have here locally, he's listed at 6 foot 180, obviously a lefty. Throws lefty, hits lefty. Next up is Shabazz Brumley from Lato High School in Tampa. All-time Lato head coach. He plays for Coach Pisio. I think I saw him here earlier today. Brumley is a senior, 5'8", 150. Also like to thank, as you see the split screen format that we're showing when they get the ball announced, obviously where it's going at home. We'd like to thank Glenn Munford up in Canada for having us part of ASTV, Amateur Sports Television Network. A lot of great things we got planned with Glenn and ASTV in the future. Next is Roberto Gutierrez, also Lato High School senior, 6 foot 180, outfielder and also a mid infielder. The number that jumps out on the roster for Roberto Gutierrez is a GPA of 5.6. Again, if you're just hopping on the stream, this is you're watching Stream Live Tampa, Game Time Prospects Fall Showcase Camp here at Carrollwood Day School in Tampa, Florida. We're going to have 2 sessions today. This is obviously the AM session. We're in the outfield portion of the camp. Up now is CJ Thornton Jr. from Osceola High School, 5'11", 160. Here is Andrew Koppelman, also of Osceola High School. He's a senior, class of 2021. Again, here locally, there's approximately 30 college coaches watching in live. And we'd like to thank not only them, we're getting to know some of them, some old friends we hadn't seen in a while before the day started, and also the over 100 college coaches that had gotten back to David Sansom and Game Time Prospects about watching the stream live from afar. So we'd like to thank them as well. And any questions you have on players, you can contact David Sansom at GameTimeProspects@gmail.com or GameTimeRecruiting at GameTime or at gmail.com. will be Alex Warner from Robinson High School in South Tampa. Another senior, class of 2021. 6 foot 175, throws lefty, hits righty. Old Ricky Henderson. In that mold. Maybe not the speed-wise, but throwing lefty, bat righty. Be Gary Baker from Seven Rivers Christian School. A lot of the college coaches in attendance, obviously, most of them are from the Sunshine State here in Florida, but have seen some from out from adjacent states. I think Point University is here from up in Georgia. USC Aiken, I believe, is here from South Carolina. But most of them are local schools, a lot of JUCO, some NAIA. And college coaches attend events similar to this quite often each year. This one, David Sanson with GameTime Prospects has done a great job with over the last couple years here at Carrollwood Day School here in Tampa. So we'd like to thank everybody at Carrollwood Day School for having us, as well as GameTime. This gentleman right here is Grayson Turner from Sickles High School here in Tampa. He's a class 2021 senior. Sickles had a decent showing in the recent Steinbrenner Wood Bat Classic, which is a fall high school tournament here in Tampa. They play at Steinbrenner Field, home of the spring training home of the New York Yankees. You know, the thing you gotta understand about these camps, people that are watching that are not college coaches, is nobody that's in attendance is guaranteed anything. Look, offer, anything. Just because coaches are here. So, but it is a good experience, and it's something that is more prevalent in the baseball, softball worlds anymore. Having a lot of opportunities to showcase some talent in front of college coaches. This is Miles Curley Jr. 6'1", 195 for Calvary Christian. I don't know, but my former scout eye, and maybe still have a little bit of that talent, I would venture to say that Curley might be on the football team as well. This would be Henry Camacho from Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton. We were close to Inspiration Academy a lot this summer with the Florida Gulf Coast League, Collegiate Summer League. They one of their first venues they were playing at early, the first half of the season was right next to Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton. is Conor Hickey, also Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton. He is a senior, 2021. As the day progresses, we are going to have a couple special guests that are here. Sit down, talk to them a little bit, probably in between position sessions. So I know we're having the outfielders now, then we'll do infielders and catchers in the next session, so probably in between. We'll have a guest or two pop on. Looks like Ryan Gargett from Inspiration Academy Junior, class of 2022, 62208. Actually, I take that back. This is Nathan Turner. He's a senior, class of 2021, 62190 outfielder. Also plays first. Next up is Austin Sewell, senior, class of 2021. One of head coach Butch Valdez's seniors on his Durant Cougars team. Looking to have a really good year. They got a lot of seniors on that team for the upcoming spring season. Austin is a tall, lengthy, 6'3", 185 outfielder from Durant High School. GPA 5.5, SAT 1310, and ACT score of 26. This is Nicholas DeMillo from Gaither High School. He is a senior as well, class 2021. There's another Leto Falcon, Alberto Atias, 6'1", 180 outfielder, class of 2021, for Coach Pisio at Leto High School. Get any information coaches need on players that they're not gathering watching the live stream, can contact David Sansom at GameTime Prospects at gmail.com, GameTime Recruiting at gmail.com. You can also contact Stream Live Tampa at mail.com. We can make sure David is aware and help these players as best as Game Time can and Stream Live Tampa can. Game Time Prospects and Stream Live Tampa are a pretty strong relationship here in the greater Tampa area. looks like sophomore from the class of 2023, Dylan Higgin from Newsom High School in Lithia, outside, just south of the Brandon area, outside of Tampa. Sophomore outfielder for the Newsom Wolves. Can watch this event and any games that we're going to show in the future for this school year on Stream Live Tampa through our mediums on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. This is our first event for this 2020-21 school year, as school is back in session. Seems to be about a 60% and rising attendance number for high schools as people try to get back to normality with school in session as we come out of the odd year that 2020 is. So it's good to see a lot of these boys out here and a lot of youth sports in the travel world and different baseball, softball, and basketball. High school football being back in session and playing, and getting back to some sort of normalcy. It's good to have youth sports back in action. Right here is Luke Percyfield, junior from Osceola Fundamental High School. Up now, senior Eddie Darafet from Osceola High School, 5'9", 155, outfield, middle infielder. Next up, we got Benjamin Kim, senior from Robinson High School in South Tampa. We're watching Game Time Prospects Fall Showcase Camp here at Carrollwood Day School in Tampa, Florida. Hosted by David Sansom from Game Time Prospects organization. Done a fantastic job for high school baseball players here in the last 3 or 4 years. And the recruiting, getting set up on the travel baseball side, having multiple teams, different age levels, having them in the right tournaments over the summer and into the fall each year. I think Game Time Prospects has now over 100 high school baseball players over recent years.
62!
As you can tell, our mic way down there definitely works. The Game Time Prospects baseball organization has done a great job helping find opportunities. I always like to say realistic opportunities. It's not just the D1, D2 opportunities that most people think is just out there. D3, NAIA, JUCO. and not just in the state of Florida, but different parts of the country. Just similar to the different college coaches watching from around the country today on our live stream feed here on Stream Live Tampa. So we appreciate everybody watching.
Three.
Next gentleman is Jacob Huff, senior from St. Pete Catholic High School. This is the morning session of today's event. This is the first position part. These are the outfielders. We did not show the 60 times earlier. Those times will be distributed out, I've heard, tomorrow. A lot of those 60 times. And that session is a good chance for the boys to get loose and get warmed up as far as their bodies. There are over 100 high school baseball players here with both sessions combined here at Carrollwood Day School in Tampa. This would be Keaton Ferentz from Seven Rivers Christian School, junior, class of 2022, 6', 205. As you can see, we've got a split screen format with our multiple camera angles showing home where the players are throwing to, the outfield where they are fielding the grounders. You know, like we said at the beginning, we're not going to comment on every throw. That is for the coaches to decide what they like. So it would be Jordan Givens from Palm Harbor University, Pinellas County, Palm Harbor University High School, excuse me. That'll conclude the
guys, get a drink of water real quick.
Outfield portion.
Infield in about 5 minutes.
First session here, first section, excuse me, of the AM session with Game Time Prospects Fall Showcase Camp. As they will take about a 5-minute break to get everything switched to get to the next position.
I got a couple kids getting the video. So.
Portion. This time we like to thank good. Now, as we have a little break in the action here at the Game Time Prospects Fall Showcase Camp, the 3rd annual one, we have the owner from Game Time Prospects, David Sansom. Dave, thanks for coming on. We appreciate everything that having us out here, and I know you and I talk all the time from some past event that we've had, and you've been a local sponsor with us. So tell us how this has grown for you over the last couple of years, and a little bit more about today's format.
Yeah, so basically what we did the first year we ended up having, about 75, 80 kids the first year, and we ended up having about 15 coaches show up. So last year we ended up, did it here last year as well, COVID, we ended up having 50 coaches the first year, and we ended up having 120 last year. This year, obviously, through COVID, we ended up having 30 coaches show up today, and and we have about 150 kids or so that are here today.
Yeah.
So obviously, my goal for my organization is always to find, give these guys an opportunity to get in front of as many college coaches as possible. With you guys with live stream, they went to the next level. We have 140 coaches today that are supposed to be on watching us. So I'm pretty excited about that. Obviously with the coaches here and the players here, my goal is to try to find them a spot. If it's not in Florida, obviously somewhere all over the country. There's great baseball all over the country. I grew up in Pennsylvania. I played at Slippery Rock University. We played, went to 2 College World Series while I was there. So there's a great baseball all over the place, and it's just trying to convince some of these parents and players to, open their minds and their abilities, because, hey, Florida is a different animal than a lot of different states. So obviously, what we want to try to do is, give opportunities for these kids, and, to have a great day like this, and having you guys out here. We have Prospect Select out here giving us some tweets, and we got Diamond Pro Media's out here. So we have a lot of different things that people can follow on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. So any kind of coaches, players out there, parents, appreciate you guys watching, doing all that fun stuff. But again, my main goal for this is just trying to get the kids opportunities to play in college baseball. My first 3 years as an organization, not just doing the showcases, but with my showcase teams, we've already sent over 95 guys to college, and not including the showcase, because I know last year we had about 20 or 30 kids from the showcase end up signing as well. So, every year, these kids are getting more opportunities, and, if I can provide, 50, 60, 70 coaches or whatever it might be,
Sure.
To get out here, this is what it's all about. This is what I do it for.
Yeah, everybody here is always, whether it's on our side from Stream Live Tampa, your side, Game Time Prospects, the coaches. It's all about helping these kids and helping these guys find opportunities. And like you said, at any level, any state, that's part of the recruiting process, is understanding where opportunities are and where you might just be a good fit for, and vice versa. But yeah, I know following your events over the last couple of years, and they've been growing a little bit more, but like you said, this is a different level now, because with us partnering together, and I've been thanking the college coaches that are out there watching today. It was over 130, 140.
Yep,
you
about
had said,
138, I think, total.
That are watching, and it's not easy to watch live streams, and there's different ones out there that are showing events and stuff like that, but I know with us partnering with Amateur Sports TV out of Canada, that's just more ways of pushing out these types of feeds that can help more kids. And with what your organization's doing, and you just keep it realistic. Like I had said earlier in the feed, that just because you're out here doesn't mean, and these college coaches are out here, doesn't mean that this is where you're going to go. It's good to participate in front of them and showcase your skill sets, but having somebody like yourself locally that can help find opportunities and just educate people on what the recruiting process is about. So today will be mostly the skill portion of it, and then tomorrow you'll have games.
Yes, correct.
How many games do you anticipate?
Well, tomorrow right now we have about 75 guys here for the AM session, and then PM session we'll have another 70, 75 guys show up. So tomorrow I'm expecting about 4 games. Okay. We'll kind of run it as a modified game. We'll have the pitchers throw the 5 or 6 batters, and kind of just rotate, people in and get their ABs, and they can kind of get their, their mound work. And, as long as the coaches can see, different aspects, because some coaches like to see the numbers out here doing the pro style workout, the 60, the velos from the outfield and all that pop times. But a lot of coaches want to see that game, see what you do in the game and how you handle it. So that's kind of why we do a 2-day showcase, to where, it shows both, because you might be a great player in a pro style workout,
Yeah.
but you might not be as good as in the game, or vice versa. So that's kind of why I give that 2-day advantage for these kids, to get out here and play and show what they got abilities and that kind of thing too. So.
Yeah. No, those game formats, like you said, they're modified on Sunday. You rotate different arms, and stuff like that. There's really no score cap to anything. If they get 3 outs, you get 3 outs. You probably shuffle them in and out. Kind of like glorified scrimmages, so to speak.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. Yep.
But we'll show those tomorrow, and we'll have them with the same camera angles. Maybe not the center field angle, or we could, because there's not a true outfield fence here. This is okay. We will have our puppet master Javier Nunez just nudged me and says, "Oh, we'll have the center field angle." What I was getting at was it's not a traditional field, because the outfield here at Carrollwood Day School, if you Google it and you look at it from above, the football field shares the outfield, which is kind of neat looking. So we will have the normal camera angles that we show for our games for the scrimmages tomorrow. So hey, this I appreciate you guys having us out here and stuff. And I know this isn't the last time something like this you're going to do. And I know we've been talking about doing a softball one
definitely.
for next year.
I think next year, I think we're going to get into the softball world. Obviously, my goal is to try to, provide opportunities for everybody that can play. So, my thing is, we started with the game time softball this past summer.
Mm-hmm.
We end up having one team, and obviously we're continuing to grow that, that side as well, as well as the baseball side. Me, I don't want to get too big and too, so I want to be able to, control the number of teams and players I have. That way I can talk to these parents and players individually. Like you said, the recruiting process. I mean, the main thing is for me is to have these kids understand what it takes and what the different opportunities and that kind of thing as well too. So, so that's kind of what my program's all about. Is really, we play in the prospect wire tournaments, the perfect game tournaments, the bigger tournaments. But my main thing is really to get the kids to understand the recruiting process while we're out there playing, and kind of figuring out what level they're on, and kind of being realistic with them. Because a lot of times parents and players think, hey, I'm a D1 player, I'm a D2 player, I'm a D3, and you just sometimes you have to have that hard talk with them, and and that's kind of what I do, and that's kind of that's how I run it, and some people may like it and some people don't, but for me, these organizations and having these 30 coaches out here today, it just proves that we're doing something right, and we're trying to get these kids into college. And it may not be somebody that they're looking for, but they have connections with college coaches as well.
Absolutely.
They can say, hey coach, I know you're looking for a pitcher. Here's this guy that we saw at the showcase. Here's his numbers and that kind of thing too. So every coach that's on the live stream and that are here today, they'll get all the information sent to them. So they'll get all the 60 times, the pop times, the outfield times, all the infield and all that kind of stuff too. So, but I should probably get going out here, get going to the infield, absolutely, and get going for those guys. But again, I appreciate you guys all coming out here again.
Absolutely, man.
We'll be out here again. I'm sure I'll be back over here in a little bit.
But we'll be here all weekend. But go do your thing. I appreciate it very much.
Definitely, I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was David Sansom with GameTime Prospects organization, as he is growing the baseball side of GameTime Prospects. This is now the 3rd fall showcase camp, and based on the numbers that he was saying, having 30 college coaches at the first one, 50 some last year, this year over 100, and including the live stream here through Stream Live Tampa. So it's been fun watching David grow. David's former high school baseball coach at Armwood High School in Sefner, Florida, just outside Tampa here. And then before that, he was playing at Slippery Rock University up in Pennsylvania. Now he started Game Time recruiting about 4 or 5 years ago, and it just morphed it into Game Time Prospects Baseball Organization. We touched briefly on the softball side. That is something that David and I started this summer. I kind of ran with the Game Time softball portion of it. As we built that program this summer, and the aim for possibly a couple teams by the end of this calendar year, and most definitely for next summer and a year from now. We're in the early planning stages of having a fall softball showcase camp. here in the Tampa area. And again, it's not just open for players that are in the Game Time Prospects organization. There's most of them here today playing on Game Time baseball teams. But it is open to players that are from different organizations. Like I see some FTB, I see some O Stingers hats in our local area, Hit Factory hats. That'll be the same way for softball in the future as well. So we'll keep you posted on that. We'll most definitely do that through Stream Live Tampa. As Game Time Prospects and Stream Live Tampa continue our partnership to help high school baseball players and soon high school softball players find realistic college opportunities. So here, this is the infield portion of today's format. Again, we're in the AM session. We had one coming right at us. That's why we have the net set up in front of us. Infield portion is middle infielder Sonny Paluchet from Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton. Person behind the camera the angle that you're watching right now is St. Leo University baseball player Yo-Yo Nunez, former Leonard High School star down in Ruskin, Florida. Yo-Yo's father is the founder of Stream Live Tampa. He's our puppet master, technical director. That sets up everything that you're seeing. It's through the wizardry of Javier Nunez. This is also from Inspiration Academy junior Judson Hildreth. This is our infield portion. Today's format.
9.
Number 9, Caden Olney, junior from Durant High School. Head coach Butch Valdez has 3 Durant Cougars out here today.
Number 11.
Number 11, Bennett Marzullo from Land Lakes High School, Pasco County. Senior middle infielder for the Land Lakes Gators. You're watching Game Time Prospects Fall Showcase Camp, also being shown through amateur sports television through our buddy Glenn Munford up in Canada. We've been in discussions with him and ASTV about broadcasting more through their network, getting more online feeds, different parts of the country and our continent.
33. First one.
This is senior Roberto Gutierrez from Lakeville High School. Getting GPA 5.6. So we are in the AM session of today's Game Time Prospects Fall Showcase Camp. This is the infield portion.
16.
This is Colton Pisio from Leto High School Junior, middle infielder. We're here at Carrollwood Day School in Tampa, Florida. Beautiful complex. Thank the folks at CDS for allowing us to come out here to help Game Time Prospects organization. You can see in the background of the infielder, you see a film goal post because the outfield shares the space with the football field.
18.
Team from Nature Coast High School up in Hernando County. This is Anthony Anselmo. Good Diamond Prospect Media, very active, showing a lot of stuff, sharing our feed. I want to thank Mike Mayers there. He's going to be on here sometime today. I talked with him before the day started. Sharing a lot of our stuff on social media. Tyler Renew from Nature Coast High School, and this is his teammate Zeth Rodriguez, also from Nature Coast. Again, as David Sansom said earlier, he's going to share all of today's stats, performances, data with the college coaches that he has been in touch with, that you're either here in person or the ones watching the live stream. And we want to thank all of those that are watching. Anybody watching coach-wise or non-coach-wise, feel free to chime in on Twitter or Facebook, as we are following both those pages. Let us know how we're doing. Communicate with us a little bit. We do it quite often during games, when we're showing games. And when we get back to the high school schedule, we'll start releasing that once we get that finalized for the upcoming spring season for baseball and softball. We might be able to sneak in some basketball games, some holiday tournaments coming up here in December as well. It's going to run the AM session today. It's the infield portion. Right now you've got Joe Whitaker, Jr. from Robinson High School in South Tampa. Hey, looks like our old friend Kennedy Duran just liked and tweeted stuff. Current summer high school baseball coach starting their inaugural season coming up in the spring. Former Leonard High School coach, first ever coach there. I want to thank Kennedy for sharing everything on Twitter. That was Ken Weber from Sickles High School. Next up, Michael Opplinger from Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton. Those last two, Weber and now Opplinger, both seniors, class of 2021. Events like this are always very helpful for seniors in high school. Big misconception with senior athletes is as we come up on the month of November, which starts tomorrow, amazingly enough, the early signing period for baseball and quite a few sports happens in the middle of November. These seniors do not have to be signed by then. They can sign in the regular signing period, which is in April, can go into the summer. So this can just add to their resumes. They still have one more year of high school baseball to play in the spring. Mike Mayers is just on fire on Twitter, doing his job. Tagging Stream Live Tampa and GameTime Recruit up to the second analysis of these players. Very helpful for the players and good stuff from Mike. We'll have Mike on here soon from Diamond Prospect Media. I believe this is Aiken Santana Jr. from Freedom High School up in Orlando, not the Freedom High School down the road here in Tampa. This is from Orlando Freedom High School. Class of 2022. You can also watch this through ASTV. Facebook and Twitter, Amateur Sports Television, with Glenn Munford. Up in the Great White North in Canada. As we've talked to Glenn a couple times about some different opportunities, showing a lot of our live streams through the ASTV format. There's just more people, more sponsors, more people to advertise, just good all around. Great for these kids that get seen a little bit more through ASTV via Stream Live Tampa here. Back up. That was Nicholas DeMiller from Gaither High School. This is now Kelson Johnson from Newsom High School. Got quite a bit of help out here, not just through Streamline Tampa, but David Sansom's got a lot of help through his GameTime Prospects organization. He's got quite a few of his coaches that coach the GameTime travel teams out here helping on the side, calling out player numbers, just helping facilitate so it moves smoothly. Not only for the players, but for the college coaches in attendance. Again, there's roughly, looks like about 25 to 30 spread out here. Some volunteer coaches, I can tell from different staffs. It's good to catch up with Javi Miranda, the HCC, for the game. Always nice to talk to him. Okay, this is the infield portion of the AM session. Again, David Sansom from GameTime Prospects organization will have a lot of this information, sent out to the college coaches that he's been in touch with before this event. So the ones that are watching on the live stream, this can't be easy. I'm sure they're all itching, wanting to be just at a ball field watching these players and stuff like that. And some might be taking advantage of it and go, hey, this is great. We get to watch in our office and sit back and stuff. But the coaches I know I've talked with, not only in baseball but in softball, it's kind of both sides of the fence. Some want to be back out here. Some are actually going, hey, this is kind of creative. We can watch and take advantage of current technology, especially through us here at Stream Live Tampa. We love doing events, not only games, obviously. That's our bread and butter, but anything to help game time prospects, to help these young players here in the Tampa, Florida area. Rich high school baseball history here in Tampa and all of Hillsborough County. Now it's kind of the population growing in greater Tampa area, all the adjacent counties. Garrett Glasgow, St. Pete Catholic High School. We got Jayden Brown from brand new program in South Hillsborough County. Sumner Stingrays. Head coach Kennedy Duran. Longtime friend of all of us here at Stream Live Tampa. As he starts up that new program. And they're beautiful. Athletic Complex. Sumner Stingrays. We got Demetrius Bundick, Tampa Catholic High School. TC was led by Tampa High School and also Little League. Belmont High School League legend Ty Griffin for so long. He's one of the deans at Tampa Catholic High School, but he was leading the baseball program for quite a few years. TC's always very solid on the diamond. Bundick's a senior. This is Ryland West. From Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton. Ryland would most definitely be a corner infielder, being 6'5", 240, but he's definitely fleet of foot for his size. This would be Brady Burgess from Hillsborough High School. And heads up. This looks like this would be the last infielder from this portion of the AM session. It is a picture-perfect day to do this event. If it was a week ago, not so much. It's been really hot and humid down here in Central Florida the past 2-3 weeks. But we got a nice, crisp, clear sky day. It's awesome. It's beautiful weather for an event like this. Again, Game Time Prospects Organization Fall Showcase Camp here at Carrollwood Day High School, or Carrollwood Day School, excuse me, in Tampa, Florida. Watch the stream live Tampa, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Yeah, it looks like we can go to the backstops. Looks like the catchers are going to get some. And it is. And it's time for pop times. So here at Carrollwood Day School, Tampa, Florida. David Sansom, owner of Game Time Prospects, the host. This is his 3rd annual Fall Showcase Camp for Game Time Prospects Organization. Again, this is not only Game Time Prospects baseball players, it's a majority of them. There's over 100 high school baseball players here in the greater Tampa Bay area. This is the AM session. There's going to be a PM session after lunch. Looks like right now we're going to have just the first baseman.
Two back, two holding them on, and one short. 1 second. The last one, slow roll, you're going to third. Go. Second base is going to third. And we're going to come over here. You're on outside. Look right out, you have to move. Hold them on. Throw the ball to third, guys.
There you go. Right now you're watching first baseman infield work. In here, Stream Live Tampa. This is Jim Delaney, my partner, technical director, Javier Nunez. Our cameraman, his son, Yo-Yo Nunez.
44.
Baseball player up at St. Leo University. He's been very helpful this summer, and as we get back in action here at Stream Live Tampa this fall, we take a couple months to get the school year back started, get everybody acclimated with that. We'll start our SLT shows, our weekly show, here in a couple weeks. Shout out to Erica Suter. Talked to her this morning up in Baltimore. Strength and conditioning expert, youth sports, female sports. She'll come on a couple weeks when we start our weekly shows back up. There's other high school coaches we have lined up to keep that going until we get back in action with games. But for right now, today we're at Carrollwood Day School in Tampa for the 3rd annual Game Time Prospects Fall Showcase Camp. Thanks everybody watching. College coaches that are watching. Over 130, 140, I think, were on the list that had said they were going to check into the live stream and watch these ball players from afar. This is Austin Sewell, Durant High School. Head coach Butch Valdez. Very senior laden line roster. The Durant Cougars. Also shout out to Jimmy Osting. As Austin's got, Ostinger's had. Jimmy reached out to us about helping with an event like this that he has at his Ostinger's Academy in Lithia. And we'll keep that communication open with him in the future to
47.
get some of his events live stream. That's the puppet master. Is at work again. He's got the triple split format as they look on our screen here. There are not many live streams out there that are showing camps. Usually they're just set up with like simple GoPro format. Just one angle, not a lot of graphics, especially not a lot of play-by-play. And we're not doing real detailed stuff just based off our roster here. Stream Live Tampa, as we continue to grow, from this past summer, in the last school year last year, and then what we have planned for the future here in the spring. we get back to ball fields, baseball, softball. We'll do some high school basketball in between around the holidays.
60.
That was Colin Nelson from Nature Coast, senior catcher and first baseman. This is Lamont Akins, junior from Robinson High School in South Tampa. As you watch the tri-screen formats, not really the split screen, tri-split screen. Just simple first base work. That's all it is. First baseman, throwing third. Two destinations that they have to throw to at second and third, and then fielding. So we continue to get creative in our live streams, what we're showing, where we're going, and we've now become part of ASTV, Amateur Sports Television out of Canada. Our friend Glenn Munford up there. A lot of exciting stuff here at Stream Live Tampa. Continue to watch if you're interested in advertising with us. Great time to do it. A lot of people are watching, and we'll probably have over 1,000 views just on today. We usually average about 500 or 600, not to mention the shares that happen. I know over the summer we were getting 2, 3, sometimes 4,000 with the Florida Gulf Coast League. With our friend Ryan Moore down there at Lakewood Ranch. You know, a couple of the, we'll extend these talks, we won't say who, but there are a couple of the college coaches here that had inquired about working with Stream Live Tampa, showing their games. And we'll continue to keep communication open with them and see if we can make that happen.
69.
As those seasons start out in February.
Roll at third. 70.
70, we got Tanner Elizondo from East Bay High School down in Gibsonton. They got one of the bright, upcoming young high school baseball coaches in Cody Kraus, former Bloomingdale Bull. We had Tanner, we did it, I think it was actually the last baseball game we did before spring break back in March, which seems like 10 years ago. We did a Sun Lake at East Bay game. And then the following week, we were all slated to do the legendary Saladino tournament in Hillsborough County, and the world came to a screeching halt with COVID lockdown.
Yeah, pop time.
But now as we get this current school year
Stop watch.
back up,
Yeah, we're gonna do pop times now.
we're back on with Stream Live Tampa. Good friend David Saints with GameTime Prospects as we start out our coverage here in the 2020-21 school year with our first live stream of the year, the academic year, here at Carrollwood Day School in North Tampa, Florida. GameTime Prospects Baseball Organization Fall Showcase Camp. So we appreciate a couple of college coaches wanting to back up, thinking they were in our way. We've got all kinds of screens here we can watch, but we appreciate it. Right now we're doing us a catcher format as their pop times will be recorded for the college coaches in attendance and the college coaches watching right here on Stream Live Tampa, and anybody out also watching on Amateur Sports Television. Again, this is AM session of day 1 of this showcase camp here at Carrollwood Day School in Tampa. Tomorrow will be day 2. Day 2 tomorrow will be glorified scrimmages. There'll be 4 games, modified games, so coaches can see the players in actual game situations and setting. This is more very individualized skill set emphasis. Alright, so we're called stream live, Tampa, for a reason, so you can watch a live stream. And with that, sometimes you get some technical glitches as part of the headset fell off. The microphone fell off, and then part of the cushion on the ear fell off, so we had to switch headsets. And but no fear. This catcher format, getting their pop times recorded. Speaking of catchers, I wanted to give a nod to good buddy Bobby Humphrey up in Virginia. I believe Bobby's hunting today. He's not watching this. Did see that on Facebook earlier. Love talking with Bobby all the time. About 6 years ago, Bobby and I helped have a smaller version of a showcase camp like this down at Leonard High School with our good buddy Kennedy Duran when he was down there. Bobby came down from Virginia and ran it. Bobby's now on the softball side. But he's always fun, former college catcher, current MLB scout. But he's got involved in the college softball side, being assistant coach, Bridgewater College, and also gotten into the travel softball side of things. Let's give Bobby some PR, especially when I see catchers. This be Kelson Johnson, senior catcher from Newsom High School in Lithia. as we just finished the catching part of the AM session. Looked like about a dozen catchers. Went through all the college coaches, standard procedures, stopwatches out, recording pop times. So we've gone through the outfielders, the infielders, the catchers. Next up will be BP. We'll see who's throwing the BP session, and then we'll end it with the arms. We'll have bullpen sessions for the pitchers. Again, third annual Game Time Prospects Fall Showcase Candidate here at Carrollwood Day School in Tampa, north side of Tampa, Florida. Host David Sansom of Game Time Prospects Baseball Organization. Actually, Game Time Prospects Organization in general, as he was gracious enough after a lot of discussion with myself to start the Game Time softball side, which we did this summer with an initial team as that program continues to grow. We do have one of our Game Time softball players from Tampa Catholic High School, Ashley Morley, sophomore from TC, who's been with Game Time softball from day one early this summer. She's out here gaining some community service hours, helping Streamline Tampa, helping Game Time Prospects, anything that they need. She's been a big help holding the microphone. She just gave me a thumbs up. Good kid. She actually went on Game Time Softball's first ever unofficial visit this summer up to Walsh University in beautiful North Canton, Ohio. While she was up there with her brother. Her brother Dylan's going to be here in the 8 p.m. session. He's a baseball player from Tampa Catholic as well. But I want to thank Ashley from our softball side of Game Time, coming out and helping the sibling side of the organization, so to speak. So Stream Live Tampa is a unique part of Game Time Prospects organization, whether it's the baseball and or softball side. As we can add that to a lot of different recruiting capabilities in the future for these ball players on baseball, and then again for softball in the future, as they get everything set up for the BP portion of today's format, the hitting side. Maybe we see if we can grab Mike Mears from Diamond Prospect Media. We had talked to him before today. We were in talks with him via Twitter last 2 or 3 weeks about talking today. We'll see if we can flag him down. All right, we're back as they're in between the infield catcher session and getting ready for the BP session. We've got special guest Mike Mayers here from Diamond Prospect Media. Mike, thanks for coming on, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And we appreciate the power of social media, how we got connected through Twitter and stuff. So tell me a little bit more about Diamond Pro Media, exactly what you do.
Sure, absolutely.
And then we'll try to get you done in and out of here before they, because you've been firing off tweets left and right. So
no doubt.
So just tell us a little bit more about Diamond Prospect Media.
Sure. Thanks for having me on. Really appreciate it. What we do is obviously we go and cover events similar to like this pretty much throughout the year. Obviously we try to mix in the high school season as well. But the main thing that we do is we try to make sure we not only attack social media-wise, as you kind of alluded to, we also have different kind of ways that we put different players up on Instagram, up on our website, whether it's like a standouts article, anything that we can kind of put out there as we go through different events to kind of make sure everybody knows about what's going on. And especially with everything that's kind of been somewhat challenging this year, we feel like it's really important to make sure that as many players as we can get out as possible is really our key. Like I said, our big thing is social media-wise. We kind of go and cover events, that we're invited to, and we also do some stuff during the high school season in regards to like spring break, different tournaments and stuff like that. So it's really important to kind of have an overall view of the player throughout the year, because kids change, they get better, they grow. Obviously, at this age, you see some kid 1 year later, he's shot up 6-7 inches, and all of a sudden his fastball went from 82 to 91. You're like, this is a different kid now. So that's really the big part of it, is staying in lock and obviously communicating with coaches. From a D1 perspective, those guys have been off the road for months now, and being able to communicate that information and get out that kind of stuff to them is really what we're all about.
Yeah, exactly. And the stuff that you've been tweeting out just from today has good analysis to it. It's good professionalism. It's not just
appreciate it.
This person is. I've tried not to say too much about that. I mean, I can, but I know the coaches that are watching are doing their job as far as evaluating and stuff. But from your perspective, from your scout's eye and things like that, and it's not just been 1, 2. It's been half dozen, 10 players. Seems like I've seen fly out of there. And I know you'll do the same when they start swinging the bats here.
For sure.
Here momentarily. But everybody watching with Stream Live Tampa through GameTime Prospects organization, another outlet like Diamond Prospect Media. I mean, that's why these events aren't just come out, be seen and stuff. It does open up opportunities through communication with college coaches from multiple angles. And stuff like that. So I think we got our first batter up here.
Yeah, no, looks like I need to get right back on over there. I know hitting is really big on the whole Twitter thing. Everybody loves to see that. But we had some good runners out there today. We really did.
There's been great athletes out here today, a lot. And the hitting thing has been real fun to watch on Twitter. I mean, you get this side versus this side. It's comical. I've learned myself how to kind of maybe morph both of them and understand both sides of it.
Absolutely.
Because it's not just one or the other.
No doubt. No, I totally agree with you there, and it looks like they're about to get rolling, so I'll definitely work my way over there.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for having me on. Really appreciate it.
We'll see you throughout the rest of the day.
No doubt.
If not the weekend, too.
You got it.
All right, I appreciate it, Mike.
You got it.
That's Mike Mayers from Diamond Prospect. As we start the hitting portion, I think they're just taking a few cuts. I don't think these are. This gentleman, I know for sure because I remember talking with him multiple times over the summer. So we number 2. You have a roster for all those college coaches. They have rosters out there that are watching the live stream. We appreciate you guys watching and any feedback you give us. This would be number 2. That was Donovan Dubison from Bloomingdale High School. In Valrico, head coach Chris Wilkin. Longtime head coach Chris Wilkin. Big supporter of Stream Live Tampa. That was number 4, Nathaniel Flores from Inspiration Academy. When they don't turn around, I can't see this.
Hey, before you step in the bag, before you step in the batter's box, turn around so we get the numbers over here.
Number 2, Donovan Dubison, senior from Bloomingdale High School. Head coach Chris Wilkin, who we said earlier, good friend of Streamline Tampa, big supporter of what we're doing in Hillsborough County. We got number 3, Jayden Robinson from Inspiration Academy, down in Bradenton, 6'3", 185 catcher. Next up, number 4, Nathaniel Flores, also from Inspiration Academy. At number 5, another player from Inspiration Academy, Bailey Zoller. That was number 6, Sonny Paluchet from Inspiration Academy. We're going to do our best to mention the jersey numbers during the hitting format. And help all those coaches that are watching our live stream. A little bit easier when they're hitting, a little closer to the action here. This will be number 7, Judson Hildreth Jr. class of 2022 from Inspiration Academy. We got number 8, Nathan Betances, BETANCES from Inspiration Academy. Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton, Florida.
Number 9.
As you can tell, our microphone works. This would be number 9 on your roster, Caden Olney, junior from Durant High School. Head coach Butch Valdez. Fellow teacher at Durant High School. Butch Valdez has been out there quite a few years. Number 10, Hans Walker from East Bay High School down in Gibsonton, plays for Cody Kraus. Cody, another person, big supporter of Stream Live Tampa. Look forward to getting back out in the ball field, high school ball field in the spring. Be number 11 on your roster, Bennett Marzullo, senior from Land O'Lakes High School in Pasco County. Number 12 on your roster, Justin Mays Jr. from Calvary Christian, one of the younger ones out here. Sophomore class of 2023. Being number 7 one more time, Judson Hildreth, junior from Inspiration Academy. And we're at Carrollwood Day School in Tampa, Florida. Beautiful complex here. That was previous batter was junior Caden Olney, again, number 9 from Durant High School. This is number 10, senior Hans Walker from East Bay High School. What's up right now is number 11, Bennett Marzullo from Land O'Lakes High School.
Cages, let's go.
And number 12, this will be the final batter in this group. Justin Mays Jr., one of the younger ones out here today, sophomore from Calvary Christian High School, or Calvary Christian School in Clearwater. In this group, this is number 13 on your roster, Shabazz Brumley, senior from Lato High School. Coach Pisio from Lato High School, I should say. Number 15, as you can hear, Roberto Gutierrez, Lato High School. Yeah, number 16, Colton Pisio, Jr. Junior from Lato High School. Be number 17, Anthony Anselmo from Nature Coast. It's number 18, Tyler Renew, Jr. from Nature Coast High School. Yeah, 19, number 19 on your roster, Zeth Rodriguez from Nature Coast High School. It's back at the beginning of this group. Number 13, Shabazz Brumley from Lato High School. Give a special nod to head coach Shane Gardner from Trinity International University NAIA program up in Deerfield, Illinois, as he tweeted out a screenshot of his computer screen, it looks like, watching today's action
15.
from his office. So appreciate that, Coach Gardner. Number 15, Roberto Gutierrez, now hitting from the left side, switch hitter from Latell High School. Junior mid infielder. Wants to play a little bit outfield.
16.
Colton Pisio from Latell High School. In case you didn't hear that, it is number 16 on your roster. Right here's number 17, Anthony Anselmo, senior from Nature Coast High School up in Hernando County, a couple of counties north of Tampa. They were getting multiple angles. Not only are multiple angles here in Streamline Tampa, but one of our guests today that we had on for a little bit, Mike Maris from Diamond Prospect Media, has got up close in action video of the hitters. Got a pop up going right over our head
18.
that he is tweeting out, tagging us and tagging Game Time. Good stuff today from everybody. 18, Tyler Renewed from Nature Coast, as the next group is heading out from the cages. Looks like they're getting 2 rounds of BP. Have to see who's still in BP. Maybe get him on here after
19.
he gets a break. That's number 19, Zeth Rodriguez. Looks like will be the last one in this group. Senior from Nature Coast. And speak of the devil, his first time hitting, Mike Mares, giving up-to-date analysis and evaluation of these players. Anything to help these kids. Good stuff today. Like I said, if you're a high school baseball player, you're not, there'll be more events like this in the future. It's usually every fall that David Sanson will do one through Game Time Prospects organization. If you're a high school softball player, I say we as in I'm on the Game Time softball side, with the help of David Sanson, we will have one in the future, sometime in 2021. Great events, a lot of media outlets here helping push information out on social media. We're getting a lot of college coaches chiming in, talking. This is number 20, CJ Thornton from Osceola High School. This is the Osceola High School, I believe, in Pinellas County.
21.
By the color of his hat. Followed up by high school teammate Andrew Koppelman, number 21 on your roster.
Two.
This is number 22, Kip Kachara from Riverview High School. This would be the Riverview High School in actual Riverview, Florida, in South Hillsborough County.
$23.
23, Alex Warner from Robinson High School in South Tampa. Thank you, head coach Zarko Stojakovic, current Armwood High School basketball coach, boys basketball coach, giving us a little love on Facebook. Appreciate that, Coach. We'll be in touch with you soon as your high school baseball or high school basketball season starts up. I think tryouts actually begin this Monday. Former Leonard High School basketball coach, did a Leonard basketball game last year. We'll see if we can get some Armwood basketball games. We appreciate it, Coach.
25.
And then we got number 25, Gary Baker from Seven Rivers Christian School. Back to the top of the order, so to speak, in this small group. Junior C.J. Thornton from Osceola High School. The 21, if you cannot hear it, Andrew Koppelman, senior from Osceola High School.
Next ground, let's go! 22. Three. Five.
We had a ball fly right over our head. I'm looking that way. You weren't looking that way, though. I need that screen back. I'm ditching the headset if that happens. I gotta have my exit strategy here. Almost. I don't think it's situated. Just in case. To be honest with you, it's BP, man. Keep the ball in play. We'll be hitting it over here. It's the next group. This is Ken Weber, number 26 on your roster from Sickles.
26.
Sickles High School, senior.
Twenty-seven.
27, Dominic Albano, junior from Sun Lake High School. So I mentioned Prospect Select is here, gathering a lot of the analytics, which is become increasingly more attractive or less attractive, depending on what demographic you are in the sport of baseball. But Prospect Select is here. We met Brando earlier. We'll try to see if we can have him on between some sessions.
31.
I know he's tweeting out some information. It's number 31, Grayson Turner. also from Sickles High School.
Two.
32 on your roster, Michael Opplinger, Senior Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton.
$33.
I like that our on-field mic is a little more consistent now. I'll say it again, number 33, Miles Curley, junior from Calvary Christian, Clearwater. Number 34.
34.
There you go. Aiken Santana, junior from Freedom High School in Orlando.
$26.
26. Back to the top in this group, Ken Weber, senior from Sickles High School. Dominic Obama Jr., number 27, from Sun Lake High School in Pasco County.
$31.
Thank you. Working great. Game time. Softball player here getting community service hours. Ashley Morley doing great with the mic over there. This is number 31. Grayson Turner from Sickles High School, senior.
32.
32. Senior Michael Opplinger, Inspiration Academy, is the next group heading out from the cages. Yeah, 33. Miles Curley from Calvary Christian. Miles is a junior, class of 2022. Looks like it's going to be a big group from Inspiration Academy coming up.
34.
This will be the last batter in this group. Aiken Santana, number 34 from Freedom High School in Orlando.
$36.
This is number 36, Henry Camacho from Inspiration Academy. Have him listed as a class of 2020 prospect.
37.
Do a little rearranging here, block out the sun a little bit, move some tents. Thanks to Cover and Yo-Yo Nunez. We've got the L screen. He's get us a little bit of protection here. It's just 38 Conor Hickey, Inspiration Academy.
40.
Number 40, Jabiel Flynn from Inspiration Academy. We got number 44, big lefty, Nathan Turner, Senior Inspiration Academy. This whole group right here is from Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton. Number 43, Ryan Gargett Jr. Looks like the only non-senior from Inspiration Academy in this group. Class of 2022. Back to the top of this group, this current group, number 36, Henry Camacho. Again, he's a switch hitter, but he's a listed as a class of 2020 prospect from Inspiration Academy, which looks like he'll be a 21 if he can get some sort of action this year, which means he is reclassified. So number 37, Keaton Paramatio. Big 6'4", 220-pound first baseman, also left-handed thrower. Number 38, Conor Hickey, senior from Inspiration Academy. Number 40, Jabiel Flynn, Inspiration Academy. Next group comes out. Looks like there'll be two more batters in this group, this current group. Number 43, Ryan Gargett Jr., Inspiration Academy. This will be the last batter in this group. Number 44, Nathan Turner, big left-handed batter. Senior Inspiration Academy. This will be Austin. Looks like Austin. Austin Sewell. Number 45.
45.
Senior from Durant High School. Number 47, Anthony DeMillo Jr. from Gaither High School. This is number 48, Nicholas DeMillo Sr., Gaither High School. So in this hitting portion, it goes a little bit quicker. We'll make sure we say the roster numbers for all those coaches that are watching the live stream from afar.
51.
You can hear our on-field mic is not working properly again. It's number 51, Alberto Gutierrez, senior from Leto High School, plays for Coach Pisio. As we check our social media feeds, and appreciate all the comments, likes, tweets, retweets, favorites, all that good stuff, shares.
53.
53, good kid right here, Colin Nelson. Talked with him a lot over the summer when GameTime did more of a skills video session. Colin's a left-handed hitter, left-handed hitting catcher, 6 foot 200. He's very active on social media. I communicate with him quite often on Twitter. He's a senior from Nature Coast Technical High School up in Hernando County.
54.
With 54 is Dylan Higgin. Another one of the youngsters today. He's a sophomore, class of 2023 from Newsom High School in Lithia. Back to the top of the order in this group. Number 45, Austin Sewell from Durant High School. Plays for head coach Butch Valdez. Looks like he plays for Ostinger's Academy as well for Jimmy Osting. He's got two great people helping him, that coach him out in East Hillsborough
47.
County. This is number 47, second time around, Anthony DeMillo Jr., Gaither High School.
'48.
'48, Nicholas DeMillo, senior, Gaither High School.
'51.
51, Alberto Gutierrez, senior, Leto High School.
'53.
Back to Colin Nelson, number 53, left-handed hitting catcher from Nature Coast. Glad we moved that net. That was going right at Kavi's leg. That was great. Turned on that one. Oh, this should be the last. Last hitter in this group, number 54, Dylan Higgin, sophomore, Newsom High School. As we switch groups, looks like we're about a little over halfway. A little over halfway in the hitting portion of the AM
55.
session. It's number 55, Kelson Johnson, senior from Newsom High School. It's number 56, Tristan Fondren, sophomore, Osceola Fundamental High School. I think this is the Osceola in Kissimmee.
$57.
Number 57, Luke Percyfield, Jr. from Osceola.
$58.
Number 58, Eddie Derafet, senior, Osceola High School. Bye-bye.
$9.
It's number 59, Benjamin Kim, senior, Robinson High School.
$60.
Number 60, left-handed hitter, Lamont Akins, Jr., Robinson High School.
$55.
Which would be number 55, back at the top of this group, Kelson Johnson, senior, Newsom High School.
$56.
Tristan Fondren, sophomore, Osceola High School. Again, during this BP portion, we're not going to do a lot of talking about the event, recruiting, a lot of stuff like that. We'll just let the action speak for itself. The hitting portion goes fairly quickly.
57.
They get 2 rounds to hit. 57, Luke Percyfield. We just want to make sure our coaches watching from afar are up to speed on who each player is. What's up? '58, Eddie Derafet, senior from Osceola.
Next group! Group 10 to the K! Group 10!
$59.
59, Benjamin Kim, his second go around. He's a switch hitter, hit righty the first time, he'll lefty now from Robinson High School. Again, we're about 60 players in out of 80 that have hit. About 3/4 of the way through the BP portion. After this small break, and they'll do a bullpen session. Will be the pitchers. And then that would conclude the AM session. Everybody will break for lunch. And then the PM session, players will come in the afternoon. Then again, AM PM session today. And then tomorrow, the Sunday session will be for modified games like glorified scrimmages. Pitchers will throw X amount of batters. I'm not even sure they'll keep out X amount of batters. Get the players in game situations.
Heavy ball.
Again, we're about 60 players out of 80. So about 3/4 of the way through the AM session here as far as the hitting portion. And it's probably a little more next. We do got some POs here, some pitcher onlys. So it looks like it would be two more groups to hit.
61.
Number 61, Braden Saunders from Seminole High School in Pinellas County. He's a senior. Be 62. Garrett Glasgow from St. Pete Catholic. This is number 63, yeah. Number 63, Jacob Huff from St. Pete Catholic.
64.
Now we got number 64, as you can hear, Jayden Brown from the new Sumner Review. Head coach Kennedy Duran starting up that program. Number 65 from Sun Lake High School, senior Miles Vicarison. Apologize if I'm butchering that name.
$67.
67, Demetrius Bundick from Tampa Catholic High School. Back to the top for this group, Braden Saunders from Seminole, number 61. We're repeating the roster number. The on-field mic is more consistent now. It is picking up when they announce it. So to the coaches out there watching from afar, Just want to make sure you guys hear the roster numbers. I know you guys wanted to. There was some requests to make sure you had that, just because some of it's hard to see. Shouldn't be too much. We just have the one camera angle by the cage right there. So our on-field mic with one of the Game Time coaches announcing as they walk in, and I'll say it again. I'll say it twice. Right now we've got Garrett
63!
Glasgow. That was Garrett Glasgow from St. Pete Catholic. This is number 63, Jacob Huff from St. Pete Catholic. Number 64, Jayden Brown from Sumner High School Jr. I'll be a part of the inaugural team for Sumner High School, the Summer Stingrays. First year of school, South Hillsborough County. Number 65, Miles Garrison, senior, Sun Lake High School, Pasco County. These players today, there's well over 100 that are from the greater Tampa Bay area, not just immediate Tampa, but across the Bay, Pinellas County. Some from Manatee County down south, up to Pasco, Hernando County. There's been a couple that have trickled in from Orlando.
67.
67, last batter in this group, senior from Tampa Catholic, Demetrius Bundick Jr. I'll conclude that group. Looks like there'll be one. Could be one more group, which will conclude the hitting portion. Again, we're at Carrollwood Day School in Tampa, Florida. We're about northwest Hillsborough County. Beautiful complex here. This is the third annual Game Time Prospects Baseball Organization Fall Showcase Camp. Keeps growing every year. Organized by Game Time owner David Sanson. So this group we've got leading off. This will be number 69, Justin Gay from Central High School up in Hernando County. Leaving Brooksville. 6'6", 215.
$70.
This is Tanner Elizondo, it looks like. Yep, number 70, junior from East Bay High School. Down in Gibson, plays for Cody Kraus. He is 6'8", 200. Tall, lengthy.
$72.
72, Ryland West. One of many from Inspiration Academy down in Bradenton. Senior, 6'5", 240. We got number 73 from Hillsborough High School, Brady Burgess. And we've got Diamond Prospect Media here at Mike Mayers. We've got Brando here from
75.
Prospect Select. He's gathering a lot of the data analytics that he'll share with David Sansom that is needed. Looks like number 75, Keaton Ferentz, junior from Seven Rivers Christian School. As we check our Facebook page, Coach Zarko Stojakovic from Armwood High School. Thanks again. Sam Satin. Good to see
77.
that. Familiar name from Sun Lake. This is number 77. Jordan Givens, Paul Harbour University High School, junior.
$69.
Go back one final time through this group. It's the final group to hit. Okay, number 69, Justin Gay from Central High School up in Brooksville.
$70.
This will be number 70, Tanner Elizondo, East Bay Indian down in Gibson, junior. And plays for head coach Cody Kraus, one of the upstart young high school baseball coaches in Hillsborough County. Big supporter of Streamline Tampa. Appreciate that from Cody.
$72.
72, Ryland West from Inspiration Academy.
$73.
73, Brady Burgess, Hillsborough High School, excuse me.
$75.
75, Keaton Ferentz, junior, Seven Rivers Christian School. And then we will have one last hitter. And the hitting portion will be completed here in the AM session.
$77.
This last one is Jordan Givens,